Wszystko dobrze? Jest. Powinno być. Why isn't this... Oh, okay. T? Now it should be working. Works. Might as well just... I don't know. Whatever. I don't know if... I don't know, do it. Alright, memes I'm gonna check. You're about to this later. Announcement trailer. Minutes. Okay, I've got 1, 2. Oh, there's actually LDK. I wonder how that's gonna look. My G, okay. Just before I go. New Force Edge is called Mirage Blade. I'm calling it Hollow Edge. Yeah, I'm trying to find out what is up with the whole Mirage Blade thing. Like, are those summon swords or is it Force Edge? But whatever. Might as well just see what the gameplay is about. First things first, I want to see the interface. Can I actually increase? And why is the speed on 125? No way I'm gonna play this with 2K. I think Vergil is gonna have the best looking UI out of all four. I mean, so far I think I liked V's UI the most, but Vergil is probably the best. You can barely see the glass behind. What's the same as Force Edge? Summon swords are Mirage Blades. I wonder what's with the name change, like, was it necessary? Okay, I'm just gonna mute the game, not the game, the music, because I just want to listen. Maybe on the way I will also listen to the Bury the Light, how it actually plays. Is this me or does Beowulf look a bit weird? I'm just gonna check. Let me reverse this a bit. Okay, so yeah, Beowulf, Yamato. Yeah, something I already mentioned this on my Twitter and I think in Discord, in Infernal Works Discord. Something tells me the first thing that I will do when Vergil DLC drops out, get rid of the Spectral Force Edge and install like the non-spectral one. Luckily, I think no, there are actually two versions. One from Monster Hunter and the other. Oh, so this is version by Shiku. And the other, yeah, this is the one that Alice made. Something tells me that carrying this over to Vergil is gonna be easy in some way. And something tells me that even swapping the files might actually work. Although it's still the best if the model could be edited specifically for the Force Edge replacement. Yeah, but something tells me that's the first thing that I'm gonna do. I wonder what the description for ME will be. I mean, one might wonder. I mean, you know, one thing that I actually find weird is that for some reason Vergil has normal Beowulf, but the Force Edge is spectral. Like, they couldn't just keep... Although, I kind of wish that there would be some sort of option to choose like cosmetic change between spectral and not spectral. Because if there is spectral Force Edge, then there could as well be gauntlets, but I don't know if gauntlets, spectral gauntlets would actually make sense. It's kind of weird. One might wonder, why is one spectral and the other isn't? I'm just gonna let the gameplay play. One more thing, let me just rewind that a bit, because I'm actually wondering, is this with ray tracing? I've got to check the water. It feels like ray tracing. You can see the characters, I think. You can see the attacks in the water. Also, quick analysis of moves. I think I saw Rapid Slash, Summon Swords, classic, Million Stabs. Whoa. That's actually a long time window. Way longer than Dante's.
Shall I entrust it to him?
Bro, you already did that at the end of the game. Where the hell did you get the book? I'm wondering if the mods for NPC Vergil would be compatible with DLC. Depends how it's gonna be handled. I mean, like something tells me that the character itself, I mean, the character model, face, hair, I think it's gonna use the same assets as in original game. The different question will be with the effects. If someone aims to recolor the effects, something tells me that it's gonna be different. Like, there will be different share of effects both for the boss Vergil and playable Vergil, because this was already pointed out in like the previous teasers for him. He has different effects, like different shades of the sword effects. Also, I don't know about gauntlets. Also, this tells me that this, with the taunt book, if Vergil is gonna follow the same pattern of taunts as Nero and Dante and V, then this will be probably B or A rank taunt. I wonder what the others are gonna be. I'll be checking chat as well. Technically, only Vergil got Beo in cutscenes, but for Dante is a non-cutscene pickup, so they might consider Beo still belonging to Vergil. The MC5 Vergil with Beowulf bothers me. I wish they made his punchy weapon look more like Urizen's arms and legs, since he uses hand-to-hand combat in his last fight. I'm actually gonna jump to Twitter this once. I hope that I still have... I think I followed the guy. Yeah, I did. I wonder if I'm gonna find it. I wish some of those designs were actually used. Devil Sword Vergil. That would be actually insane. If something like this was turned a thing. I wonder if it's actually buried already. No. There is his DT concept design, his own, but I wish something like this would actually make more sense. That would be insane. Those kind of gauntlets I dig, probably even more than Beowulf, and they would actually make sense in DMC5. Something tells me that someone is gonna make a mod for this, like replacement for Beowulf. I bet Urizen gauntlets would be a thing as a mod. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing. I think the theory is that Force Edge was the first form of the sword Sparta, which Vergil doesn't canonically have at this point in canon because Dante has it. Hence it's spectral. You know, something tells me that he's simply like following the same pattern as Nero. I mean, Nero doesn't have Yamato either, and he's using spectral version. So yeah, canonically Dante has Force Edge, which technically is already Devil Sword Sparta. But I think both Vergil and Nero, they both follow the same pattern. I wonder if I can find the actual finished concept for Vergil's DT. They did a good job with the UI as well. I mean, this design I like as well. Oh, here we go. That would be nice. Here's a gauntlet as DLC weapon cosmetic for Bale, like Cavalier R for Dante. We still have Steam DB list. Yeah, but I wouldn't put too many bets on Steam DB, because when it comes to there will be DLC, there will be probably Super Vergil as an optional. I mean, I don't think there will be like too many cosmetics, and even if there will probably be retextures. Like, keep in mind that Cav R is pretty much like a retexture of the original Cavalier, so don't expect new like models and stuff.
Shall I entrust it to him?
Okay, there's like standard trick, but it wasn't a trick tied to a summon sword right here. I don't think there is any This was like a normal dash-like manner. Dive kick. What was it? The spin kick, I think. Lunar face? I don't remember the names anymore. You think Hitch's cheat table additions will work with Vergil? Every single thing that alters DMC5's gameplay, be it co-op hack, science cheat table, and also Hitch's stuff is part of that table. This will all have to be reworked for the new version, because something tells me that... Let me check if I can actually do it right now. I'm just gonna do a quick rearrangement. And I'm gonna change the window to the Explorer for a while. The way it works is that most of the time, whenever the patch came for DMC5, it came in form of updated exe file. As you can see, I still have like different exe files. Those are different exe files packed for older versions. And besides of exe file, there were also like RE chunk patch files. So something tells me that when DLC drops, there will be a new exe file, and there will be probably RE chunk patch 005 pack or something like that. And the moment that happens, like everything is written for the current, like the Nouvelez version, which is counted as update 4, I think. So the moment update 5, like theoretical update 5 kicks in, everything that alters DMC5's gameplay will have to be reworked. Be it co-op, PvP, various alterations, even turbo mode. Who knows, maybe there will have to be also some additional information gathered for the Fluffy Manager so that people can find new effect files for Vergil. Maybe there will be some additional files that will have to be found so that the Fluffy Manager and the mod installation works properly. So yeah, who knows. We'll just have to wait until December to see what's gonna happen. Kick 13. One thing I think that Krelian asked on the way, if Vergil is gonna have like different kick and punch mode in the same way as Balrog, and already the normal combos answer the question. Same patterns as the MC4. Force Edge combo. I wonder why they changed it to Mirage Blade, like upper slash along with roulette. I think they're actually here. There is also another thing, Doppelganger and Sin DT. I wonder how they're going to be managed. This, I assume, is... I don't know if the cursor is visible. Bloody hell. I am terribly sorry about that. I might as well just get back. I think it was marked 33. I'm terribly sorry, sometimes I just don't keep up. So there was a taunt here. This, I presume, is the concentration bar, which went through some nice visual overhaul. Lunar face kick 13. Standard Beowulf combos. Force Edge. Same attacks as in the MC4. Upper slash along with roulette. Or is it aerial wave? I don't remember. Transition from same as DT mechanic as for Dante. Vergil's hut is easily my favorite out of all the characters. Yeah, they actually made some nice work this time. I mean, I think one thing that I like about this UI is that it covers a lot of that glass, and that is one of the things that I do not like about the MC UI. Like, it hides a lot of that glass, comparing to Nero's and Dante's UI. I think that's the main thing that I like about it. Other than that, concentration bar is pretty neat. Teleport for the summon swords as well. That thing still stays. Sim DT. Judgment Cut. I wonder if Judgment Cut, and I think it was triggered already, like the moment SDT kicked in, like Judgment Cut at end must have been input already. Triple S. Yeah, it's gonna be $5 well spent. One might wonder if Vergil is gonna inherit the quad S so that you can deactivate Devil Trigger. Because SDT pretty much has the same mechanic for Vergil as for Dante. So maybe they will add quad S to that as well. Oh, or maybe not. What the hell? You can actually deactivate that right away? Wow. JC apparently eats 25% of full SDT bar. Might as well check that again. Yeah, okay, it ate away, 1/4. So yeah, that confirms it. As sound effects is different for JC, is it? Yeah, it is different. Is it me or is it like toned down? I think. Maybe it's because of that AoE that appears before the boss fight, I don't know. Then again, I assume JC works in the same manner as in DMC4, like clears everything in front of the screen. That is currently visible on the camera, so maybe that's why. Reality is being shattered like glass. I mean, that was already a thing for a boss fight, if I'm not wrong. Vergil can block now like Dante, I find. Wait, Vergil can block? It's from Vergil's point of view. So as long as you have enough DT to fill your DT bar, you can go in and out of SDT, which is neat. I find it kind of weird. On the other hand, Vergil's SDT doesn't work the same way as Dante's SDT. It doesn't make him fly and stuff. Cutscene skip as usual. There we go, finally Doppelganger. I want to see how this works. So Doppelganger pretty much takes Devil Trigger energy. Nice. I was wondering about that for a while. There's a delay between attacks. Am I seeing this right? Wait, I still have to... Let me replay that because I didn't see any Beowulf or Force Edge attacks from Doppelganger. Here is weapon, there should be weapon change. And Doppelganger still uses sword. I wonder if that's intentional or... I think now I understand what people meant on Twitter when they said that Doppelganger is only limited to Yamato. I thought that it could be only activated when Vergil is wielding Yamato, but apparently Doppelganger only uses Yamato's attacks. No Beowulf or Force Edge. I don't know if that's... It's kind of a weird limitation. Like, Vergil is gonna be OP regardless, so why not just shove in all the attacks? And again, it might be too OP. I wonder if this can be actually tweaked. Like, I can assume that it will require a ton of work, maybe. I mean, I'm not exactly sure how all the cheat tables are being made or trainers myself, but I wonder if it would be possible to actually program in the Beowulf and Force Edge attacks for Doppelganger. I wonder if that would be possible. Because on one hand, I don't mind that limitation that Doppelganger uses only Yamato. I kind of wish there would be Beowulf visible, like dual lunar phase or the Force Edge combo where there is constant swinging. Seems Doppelganger only uses Yamato. I mean, it doesn't change along with the weapon switch, so something tells me that it's going to be some sort of limitation. Press Start Australia uploaded a Vergil gameplay video on YouTube, and Vergil has consecutive judgment cut in the air. I tried to post the link, but YouTube wouldn't let me. Maybe I'll check it out after seeing the full LDK video. Press Start as Australia. Okay. Slash. Standard jump cancelling. Stinger. That. Yeah, something tells me that a lot of people who are used to DMC4 SD Vergil are gonna feel at home. There are a few different mechanics already, but so far it looks neat. For $5, this is an instant buy. Tony, hi there. Is Vergil gonna get his own hatchling? Yeah. Finally. I mean, not like it's much of a thing, but it's a nice addition. Okay, before next demon group, LDK looks fun, not gonna lie. I mean, LDK is LDK, like... I wonder if the guy is gonna go... Yeah, there's a cut, so... Damn. Okay, this is kind of overdoing it, to be honest. For such a small room, kind of reminds me of that... of Mission 2. In DMC4, when you go to the storage after getting out of the area near the opera house. Okay, I want to take a closer look. Slow down. This sound really necessary? Might as well mute it for a minute. Yep, Force Edge looks nice. I'm sorry, Mirage Blade. Something tells me that I will never learn that. If you like Muso games, you will like LDK. Yeah, with LDK, the DMC pretty much turns kind of Dynasty Warrior-like. In your face. Drive. I wonder if Drive is gonna have fixed distance. Like in DMC4, like in DMC4 Drive had very short distance before it ended. Same for the Overdrive. On the other hand, Spectral Force Edge looks very nice along with the blades on Sin Devil Trigger's arms. Kind of blends right in. Spiral Swords. Getting our S ranks on this difficulty is gonna be finally. Again.
Finally.
I think a word of every single person who has to go through those hatchlings. They don't even appear throughout one third of the game. Vergil's BP is the chair. Drive has a long distance here. To each their own. I'm sorry if I paused right now, I'm just checking the chat. Tony, I'm doing fine. Sorry for not answering your question before. Maybe I'll just slow it down. No, I don't like slow it down sound. I wish that previous mute option was available. Now I have to mute the video whenever I slow the video down. I wonder if Vergil Doppelganger functions similarly to Dante's summon swords when he's in Devil Trigger. Like, does it attack automatically or does it attack based on what you do? No, Doppelganger feels a lot like Reboot Vergil. There is a delay between attacks, so it's not gonna be automated like Summon Swords. Another thing is Doppelganger gonna use... What? Are? Nani the fuck was that? Again, I've gotta see that. Is that Force Edge attack? Yeah, it's DT Stinger. This move is gonna be abused, isn't it? Won't it? It works in the same manner as Dante's, like, forward/slash attack for SDT. Feels the same way. But it is longer, though. Kinda kills me that Vergil, whenever Vergil is getting some copy attacks from Dante, they last a lot longer. Million stabs. Drive has a longer distance from what I read. And then there is this. Bro, getting hit too much. Round trip would be... I wonder if there is still a round trip. I mean, there's gotta be a round trip, right? It would make things a lot easier in here. Drive. Overdrive. Oh. Definitely longer distance. And there's still a taunt with the small summoned sword. Give that again.
Let's have some fun.
And it actually launched the enemies to the air, not just like flinched them. Thuong on Twitter uploaded a short segment on Twitter, so you don't have to watch the full video. I'm gonna watch the full video anyway. Like, different video materials are probably gonna show different stuff. It's like Muso clone. It kills the hype faster. LDK is a goof mode. Doppelganger deactivation SFX sounds like 0. Oh, amazing. Hi there. I don't know for how long you've been here, but hi. The new name is bad for Force Edge. I kind of don't understand the change. Like, I don't consider it bad, but it's more like a nonsense. What was the point of changing it? Hollow Edge. Sounds a bit better. LDK is fun. How old were you when you first played Devil May Cry? If that's a question towards me, I think it was back in PlayStation 2 times. I don't remember when was that though. It was somewhere before when I was 10 to 15 years old. Force Edge SDT. Spin move. Speaking of special attacks, I still have to check the V's separation technique. SDT enhanced combo. Or screen clearers. We'll have to agree to disagree. He's reading back all the replies. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm getting back to the video. I mean, currently 50 people are on the stream, so I'm watching. And there is round trip. Why not use it earlier?
There's no time for doubt. I know what must be done.
I'm gonna say it right away when it comes to this taunt. And it's actually triggered, it's a normal taunt. It's not triggered by any stat rank. I'm calling it. Someone is gonna replace this arm with Monster Energy Drink at some point. I'm calling it. Someone is gonna do that at some point.
I know what must be done.
Okay. So that's another preview. That's from mission 1. Might as well check that as well. What was it about press start? Is it here somewhere? LDK Vergil gameplay. Vermilion Soul. I wonder if I can find it. Press start DMC5. Oh, there we go. It's this, right? Yeah, it should be this. Finally, maybe I will be able to see how the menus are looking. Ray tracing, high frame rate, 2 performance, 2 modes, I mean graphics and performance. How is that gonna work? I mean, for turbo players, ray tracing is gonna be unavailable pretty much, so I wonder how many people are gonna use it by the end of the day. Loading screen for Vergil, please, again. And also the logo. And Sin Devil Trigger mode at any time by pressing L1. Conserve Sin Devil Trigger energy whenever possible. You never know when you'll need it most. Yes, Sin DT can be ended at any time, but it probably cannot be activated. Like whenever you use up energy, I guess you'll have to recharge to activate it again. Vergil's loading screen would have been modded. Caffeine, my dudes. Damn those memes. So happy they put time into him. I thought we were getting the boss moveset and that's it. He looks like a better version of 4 Vergil. I always hated his tricks being tied to DT. Can customize Vergil's weapons given that it's just 3 of them. I mean, there is some sort of customize in here, so who knows? Like, was there any showcase of customized screen for Vergil? Like anywhere? There's a customize. But who knows, it might end up with just unlocking skills and gold orbs. Or whatever. Same way as V, I guess. It would be neat actually to give him some sort of loadout, even by 3 weapons. The light for Beowulf feels seriously toned down. Like DMC3, Beowulf was seriously bright when it comes to those light cracks. Lunar Phrase in not upgraded state, so there will be a build-up. Oh, air stinger. That's nice. So this state as well. This loading screen looks like copy-paste. Isn't it the same as the character screen, the character selection, costume selection screen? I'm terribly sorry. In Game Informer, just skills and orbs, that's it. Kinda sucks. But then again, weapon change is gonna be tied to both triggers, I bet, so not like that's gonna make any difference. Or too much, I guess. Do we know if he has his broken triple charge Beowulf? What charge? Mothers will no doubt put Beowulf's faint glow to shame soon. Can't wait to see the garish neon colors people are gonna add in. I mean, if Beowulf will have the same like structure as Balrog when it comes to glows, all it's gonna take is just MDF change, like MDF file change. MDF files are responsible for textures and glows for the model mesh, so there will be separation between textures and the glows, and something tells me that there will be like plenty of color variations for Beowulf anytime soon when Vergil is gonna come. By the way, new idea for drinking game. Take a shot every time I say I wonder. It just hit me. What? Did I see that? Did I see this right? Man, Vergil doesn't even need to turn for the judgment cut to go to the other side. Like, I'm gonna slow down. Combo A. And I'm gonna trick and that judgment cut. The spectral force edge does have something to do with the lore. Obviously, but I wonder what's gonna happen with Beowulf. Like, what kind of description are they gonna come up with when it comes to the weapons in the gallery? This is gonna be interesting. Game trailer, hey. There are few moves from the boss battle not in his playable version, like Yamato's Stinger and the attack where he flies and says prepare to die. Maybe that force edge move is some sort of alternative to that charge attack from the boss fight. It certainly feels like it. I mean, certainly Vergil is not gonna fly all over the goddamn map charging everything. It would be neat, but it will be probably overpowered. It would have to be toned down a bit. Okay, I assume that either first timer or... Okay, he doesn't know that he should go upwards, so I assume that it's gonna take a while before it hits whoever was playing this. Beowulf is fan service. Oh, that took longer. That took faster than expected. Consecutive judgment cut. What's up with that? Like multiple judgment cuts? Beowulf is fan service. I can picture Nico geeking out over Yamato. It's a sword that can cut time and space, I assume. Really? Should get judgment cut before touching it. Unbreaker, high time. And the effects for the force edge at level 3 concentration feels seriously boosted. I didn't see, by the way, does Vergil have after images at level 3? Like in 4? Like in DMC4, I mean? I think he has them. What's the difference between Beowulf and Balrog? Sorry. Beowulf is the fire weapon, Fire gauntlets that Dante has in DMC5 and Beowulf are gauntlets back from DMC3. Auto bra. I'm not gonna judge. I'm just gonna use the time it's gonna take for him to pass the level to actually read the chat. So severe diff. Something here, micro. Different fight style, Red Grave. I mean, both gauntlets have different movesets. That's pretty much it. And there is also the fact that Balrog is separated into two different modes, like punch mode and kick mode. Punch mode is actually called blow mode. That's human difficulty, right? Yeah, that is human difficulty. He has the after images. After images is one of the things that I like about it. Then again, I assume they're gonna be pain in the ass to modify, considering they're all transparent and stuff. I miss Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh was also a neat weapon. I still have to check some other videos because I've seen already like a small bit of it on Twitter, but I've seen already gameplay from Mission 11 with Cavalier fight, so I wonder if there will be some clips from there. So I gotta check Twitter. Keeps getting stronger. DMC4 I see Beowulf with level 3 charge and distortion as the most broken gauntlet weapon. I mean, distortion mechanic, it's not mechanic, more like a glitch, but distortion in DMC4 overall made everything overpowered. Real impact in 4 was insane with Gilgamesh. Oh, is that what you guys meant? Wait, back. Again. How is that gonna work? Like, does executing multiple JCs, like, is it gonna require some precise timing to execute? It looked cool though, again, I gotta see that. Although considering this is auto mode, right, so this might be a bit easier to pull off. Vergil has different combos in DMC4. Never seen auto mode used, so it's fascinating seeing it. I mean, plenty of people back from IGN were using auto mode back when DMC5 was not announced, was showcased. Wrong way, buddy. You would have known. That wasn't even noticed. It seriously feels like a first timer. Whoever played this has like no layout, no knowledge of how the level is going, of the level structure. So I mean, not like I'm saying it's a bad thing. I'm just pointing it out. This is IGN. No, this is not IGN. This is Press Start Australia. This is a different outlet. And Norris. Doppelganger had the same timing for a while. Is there any info on the D-pad for Vergil? And someone please tell me that my prediction is right when I say that Doppelganger functions is gonna be assigned to the D-pad. Because if that's the case, then it's gonna be the same as Reboot Vergil. There's a video where Rising Sun is no longer locked on the lunar phase DT. D-pad changes Doppelganger speed. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. Too bad that you didn't go to customize. I like the effects on Force Edge on max concentration. No cutscenes, so they decided to put names in the left upper corner. You can hate me, but I don't like Vergil's hair in DMC5. I assume you're missing the old bangs from DMC3. I got used to 5's hair, to be honest. Not too much can be shown on the Doppelganger, considering that there are only 3 bars of DT, so... Get away, pal, get away! Yeah, he's gonna get sucked in. You're banned from the church. Blasphemer. I still have DMC, but haven't even played the Vergil campaign yet. I actually, I don't know if you still have the game, but I recommend playing it, because Reboot Vergil has better... feels like he has a better combat than Reboot Dante. I need more bangs. Cool to see the summoned swords impaled on bosses. That wasn't the thing in the MC4, right? I mean, summoned swords that were shot were used to teleport, so... And that was insanely fast. Might as well replay that whole section. Kinda kills me that Doppelganger only has Yamato. Pulling off Beowulf combos with this would be insane. New Vergil game, oh, there we go. Finally, mission 11. Maybe here I will be able to see something. Before I start, though. That dude is playing bad. Something tells me that it's a like newcomer, like first timer or something. From the DMC combos, from the DMC combo mats, Vergil looks crazy. Not only combo mats, but overall his gameplay feels better than Reboot Dante's. Reboot Vergil has really some cool options, especially I like the demon mode for Yamato. Like, say whatever you want about Ninja Theory and how Reboot was made, but one thing they did right is how they were able to manage to put a lot of moves for Yamato for both Angel and Demon mode for his campaign. He's not even transferring DT to his Sin DT. It seemed to drag on Church. Not even using Doppelganger. Why there's no Stinger Yamato? Considering that Vergil is using EI stands for Yamato most of the time, I don't think Stinger would actually make sense. They're playing on auto, we already got... Alright, but enough bashing newcomers. I mean, Guy did show like one very curious thing about the judgment cuts that multiple can be executed, so there's something unique in that material, at least. If Ninja Theory ever had a chance to make a sequel, they would have to make it with a lot more mature writing than what they pulled off in Reboot. Like, some writing decisions, they didn't have sense. Other than that, the game in gameplay area was solid. It was more streamlined, but it's definitely not a bad game. Effects feel flashy. I thought that this was only for Force Edge, but Beowulf also has like some very intense effects, especially for a lunar phase. Uppercut. At the point of kill cam, I would probably already make a screenshot right here. This looks neat. I wonder about many of things. Okay, give me a break. But this is still with ray tracing, right? I still cannot see like proper difference between ray tracing on and off. Good thing that they kept standard trick not bound to the summon swords. Were those seriously heavy rain swords? Or did someone screw up the size for the blades? Please tell me that they're not that small. They feel like toothpicks more than swords. Summoned toothpicks. Heavy rain toothpicks. I mean, seriously, they could boost the size a bit. Unless this is some sort of like level 1. It's all on PS5. I mean, I know it's on consoles, but like I still cannot. Maybe it's because of the video quality, but I still cannot see like a proper difference between ray tracing on and off. Besides of water puddles, but other than that, I don't pay attention to it. Lighting still feels like familiar to the original settings. Drive has some good distance. This makes me wonder, like, is Judgment Cut End tied to level 3 concentration like previously, or is it dependent on the concentration bar and you can use it at any time? With difference of damage between levels. Because I feel like this Judgment Cut is a lot more intense comparing to the previous videos I saw. I mean, this may probably be a stupid question on my part, but it just feels like this JCE has more slashes than in previous videos. There are a lot more like glass breaks in here.
Rest in peace.
What the fuck? Was that shock? Like, that was a shock on steroids. Bruh. Yo, that was insane. I don't think even DMC4 had, with maximum charge, had that kind of area of effect. And this is Cindy. This is Cindy T, right? So this takes 25%. And this takes like... Does it take 50? No, not 50%. But it takes... It feels more like... It feels more than 25%. I've got to check if he... JCE used 25%, it feels like it. But this uses a lot more energy. The bar went below 50%. I can safely assume that the half is somewhere like maybe here. It took a lot more energy than that, so maybe 1/3, something like that. We don't know the air taunts. Spiral swords look small. He doesn't, I think level 1. Love using Firefox plus that add-ons. Look, if you're talking about uBlock Origin or something like that, I just got tired of that recently. I mean, for 10 years straight, I think I was using Firefox without any add-ons, and I just reached a breaking point recently. Also, I'm someone who's paranoid about privacy, so I'm just using extra add-ons like Privacy Badger and stuff. Always funny hearing the same voice lines with different delivery. I like this attack though. Helmbreaker for Yamato. Yes, mission 11. This is on lower difficulty levels. Son of Sparta doesn't have 5-watt roots. Now after a closer look, the effects for the weapons and summon swords, they blend right in. There's some sort of weird balance between the effects. They look flashy, but they mix very nicely. It's tied to CNDT. The nuke punch. Tactical nuke incoming. Vergil gameplay ends at 8:51, then it shows to Nero and Dante. Might as well see the whole video. Motivated slam dunk. We can't use JCE without CNDT. That is like a standard limitation. Oh, and there is also the thing about this slash. This makes me curious. And they are not even within the range of attack. And yet they still are being pulled. So that attack, it was previously shown at TGS. Kind of feels unusual, like... Is it some sort of like move that pulls the enemies? There's gotta be some sort of like maximum distance for this attack. Or is it dependable on concentration, maybe? This was pulled off at level 3, so maybe... Who knows? Maybe higher concentration means bigger distance. I think I missed that one. I wanted to see the chat and... It's level 2. Those heavy rain swords feel seriously tiny. Ouch. Blistering swords? Was that it? Yep. Blistering swords also feel kind of small. What's with the size of those extra swords? They are a lot smaller than in the MC4. Perfect charges, another thing. Same sound effects like in DMC4 after executing the perfect punch. Like when you let go of the button in the exact moment when the charge happens. So the thing is in here, I don't know, is it lower? Does it have like a bigger time window? Who knows? Beowulf boss nuke. Crush and pulverize. Finally Cavalier. I want to see Cavalier. I assume Lunar Face is gonna be the same thing as Revolver for Cerberus. You learn Lunar Face? Yeah, I can parry moves. What the fuck? Yo, that was way too fast. What in the bloody hell was that? Yo, that was insanely fast. Multiple tricks at the same time? Like one after another. Not even a cooldown for this. I can already imagine. Like, put some sort of like, what was it called? Remember in Dragon Ball Z those scenes where characters were moving fast and there were those like instant transmission sounds? Like similar to that. There were a few scenes. I cannot replicate it. But it definitely feels the same. Vergil is seriously fast, even for a normal speed. If he has that kind of moves. Round trip. That move that everyone have experience. I've got to check that dash again. Vergil's ground punch is one of the Akuma's moves from Street Fighter. Vergil also does it before switching to Yamato in DMC3. Dante uses it when weapon switching in DMC1. I mean, the first thing that came up to me the moment I saw this punch thing to the ground, I thought of Shock from DMC4 back with Gilgamesh. Then again, Street Fighter as well. I completely forgot about Akuma. Then again, last time I checked Street Fighter, that was like multiple years ago. Best Dante mission. More like one of the better bosses in the game. Wonder if the final boss is the same as DMC3 where he just fights himself. High chance that there might be some sort of Vante costume. You saw this back move on Beowulf? Which back move? There's uppercut. I actually saw properly working Stinger. Did I? Whoa. Bruh, but again, this is level 1 and then level 2. Level 1 Stinger and now level 2. More effects in here. Jesus Christ, a lot of chat. I won't be able to read all the messages. Finally, we got the Force Edge combo that I always liked. Was it combo C or D? Standard thing before.
Clean cut.
Clean cut? Did I hear that right?
Clean cut.
Alien stabs. Again, imagine going Beowulf with Doppelganger on him. Boss would be dead within a few seconds. Jesus, it launched him into the air. Same thing as Punchline. That's insane. Now I'm motivated. Here we go, V separation.
I'm taking my time.
Oh, Royal Fork is back. Is that some sort of cancel move now? Okay, so the transition itself doesn't take either DT or Sin DT energy, but it does it does eat away the entire concentration. Maybe this move will be locked to level 3 only.
I'm taking my time.
It's hard to keep in mind that this is the attack that was already found in the original files. It's pretty much finished with DLC.
I'm taking my time.
Okay, but it kind of doesn't make sense. This attack kind of doesn't make sense for me. Like, it summons Griffin Shadow. Here we go. Shadow. Griffin. And Nightmare pretty much for attack serves only as the meteor that appears at the beginning. And then they just disappear. Kind of 50-50 on that attack. Then again, it got cancelled by the Royal Fork. Maybe Royal Fork is some sort of cancelling move? Wait, what was that? There was something different about those swords. Again. What the hell was that? It felt like Million Stab, but... Again, Lunar Face? That was Million Stab, okay, never mind. Man, I'm desperate for searching for some new moves for Vergil. Okay, Nero gameplay, so for anyone out there who wanted to see Vergil, you can leave now. I'm just gonna check the comments because I missed a lot. A lot of people are writing in the chat, so I might as well take the time. Favorite fight. Looks like standing while teleporting fast. Aerial Stinger is still a thing for Vergil. Yeah. In response to Game Changer. Grant Winters. Another thing is to, whenever Vergil gets hit, he either blocks and absorbs the damage for DT, or, if he has more than enough DT, parry and counterattacks. I don't think I've ever seen in any of the videos the blocking yet. Was there ever a clip of that already? He straight up nuked Cavalier. I just love the fact that this punch to the ground actually launched Cavalier to the air. This is gonna be seriously abused. This part is just Nero on turbo. Yeah, I know. New Vergil info roundup. That's from DNC. Might as well check later what he came up with. Vergil speedrun. Guys, let me know, are there any other video clips that I could watch? I mean, I saw Mission 11. I saw this from press start. This will be more accurate. You can skip that. I meant by understanding. All Vergil taunts and special moves revealed. That's from Nilo Angelo. Did he gather up everything? Might as well make sure that I watched everything.
Show me your motivation.
Okay, this I didn't see actually. This is a standard taunt tone. This is a standard taunt, however. Classic from DMC4. The book taunt.
Shall I entrust it?
And that's on A. So again, B to A rank taunt.
Let's have some fun.
Uh-huh, the blade. Mm-hmm. Oh, there is actually something from Prologue as well. Disappointing. Oh, great. That goddamn imp.
Time for doubt. I know what must be done.
And Vergil is kind of a dick for still holding to Nero's arm and then transforming it.
I know what must be done. You shall die.
Did I see the clips from Mission 1 already? I don't think I did. This Slash I legitimately like. I mean, at first I was kind of pessimistic about it, but the more I look at it, the better it looks. Does it slow down time? Yeah, it does slow down. Yeah. Sounds like they reused DMC4 as CJC. It at least showed an extended SDT move for Beowulf. I mean, every clip shows something different, so it's kind of divided. Oh, there will be this launch to the air again. Vergil can cut time. And service is too much. I think I watched the clip from IGN already. Bruh. Throw him a gold orb. IGN. Vergil's hands-on preview. That's from IGN, that's from LDK. IGN is gonna probably have quick summary in this one.
Show me your motivation.
Or maybe not, not sure.
Devil May Cry 5 is already a special game in the hearts of many, myself included, but the next-gen version is about to get even more special thanks to the addition of
This clip has better quality though.
brooding son of Sparta, Vergil. I got to play the PlayStation 5 version of Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition to give him a test drive, and while he feels very similar to previous iterations, Vergil's got more than a few tricks up his sleeves.
Alrighty. Oh.
Vergil and previous Devil May Cry Special Editions, especially his iteration from Devil May Cry 4, you'll feel right at home with DMC5's version. He's once again got the Yamato, Beowulf, and Force Edge, though this time it's called the Miracle Edge, and a unique mechanic called
Miracle. IGN, please. Miracle Edge. Now I understand who, that one person that actually wrote it in chat.
Beowulf and Force Edge, though this time it's called the Miracle Edge, and a unique.
Those are just minor mistakes, and yet they hurt. They still hurt.
That encourages a playstyle that fits with Vergil's personality. You see, Vergil is not like Dante or Nero. He's calm, collected, and above all else, precise in his movements and strikes. As such, if you're standing still or walking slowly towards your enemies, the concentration meter will start to fill. If you start running around, missing wildly, or get hit, the gauge will plummet. The higher your concentration, the more effective.
I will always find the concentration mechanic a bit limiting. Like, it doesn't require much to keep the level 3 up. And the logic behind this is pretty much stand still to do more damage.
He summons a doppelganger that will mimic his own actions, allowing you to double your damage output and also just generally look cool as all hell.
One might wonder if the damage output is going to be doubled or it's going to be lessered for doppelganger. Depends on it depends on. I'm not exactly sure what kind of damage multiplier Devil Trigger has, but I doubt that Sin Devil Trigger. Sorry, I doubt the Doppelganger is gonna be like a double for the damage. Like you will do twice as much as damage because, man, I don't think even DMD is gonna survive that. Nightmare doesn't enter as a meteor in the C trailer. What? So can those be like manipulated or?
Double your damage output and also just generally look cool as all hell. One other interesting new ability Vergil has is the ability to stab himself with his sword and switch places with V.
There's Shadow, Royal Fork.
All of V's summons.
Nightmare is gone though. There's no Nightmare. That's weird. It was in one clip and then he ain't in another.
Places with V for a powerful attack that utilizes all of V's summons. It's flashy and has great utility since any enemies that are defeated with it drop green health orbs, but the animation is a bit long for my personal liking and kinda gets a little bit old, so I actually ended up not using it all that much.
Yeah, I wonder how many people are gonna use it in the first place. I mean, sure, it will probably have great area of effect, but it kind of breaks Vergil's combat, like... I don't know, I could use it as a last resort. Maybe for some crowd control, because it feels like it, but... Then again, maybe it's because I do not like Vergil's... I keep making way too many mistakes. I'm not fond of V's gameplay in the first place, so maybe that's why.
If you're upset about the loss of his demon form, Devil May Not You Cry, because Vergil still has access to it. Though this time it's through his Sin Devil trigger. You can hold L1 to transfer Devil Trigger energy into his Sin Devil Trigger meter, and when it's full, holding down L1 will transform Vergil into his demon form, which gives him health regeneration, powers up all of his existing moves, and gives him access to some gnarly special attacks that deal ridiculous amounts of damage.
JC standard. Nightmare is in there because he didn't have a full bar.
Vergil is an extremely technical character. He doesn't have a double jump that lets him easily escape bad situations. He gets actively weaker whenever he gets hit, whiffs, or runs away due to his concentration meter. And while he's got a
hashtag air hike for Vergil.
As someone who's only really dabbled with him in Devil May Cry 4, this made the initial learning curve a bit rough to get over early on, especially because
and that is supposed to be the thing.
away in the shop once you start off. Still, once his playstyle clicked with me, and I started learning how to best utilize his concentration mechanic, along with how to use my air trick to cancel the animations of both my attacks and their recoveries, Vergil became a blast to play, easily on par with the rest of the cast. Aside from Vergil and the returning turbo mode that brings the game speed up to 1.2 times the normal speed, Special Edition also adds legendary Dark Knight mode, which
We still haven't seen, let alone played the full game and all it has to offer.
It ups the number of enemies on screen to near Muso levels of absurdity. I mean, just look at this.
Yeah, but on the other hand, like, there are plenty of clips that showed a lot of new attacks, so there's a chance that this might be the max that we can get.
How DMC5 plays on the PS5. The DualSense controller has an excellent form factor and felt great in my hands while playing. Though, interestingly, Capcom decided to use the adaptive triggers to apply resistance on the left trigger when you try to rev Nero's Red Queen sword. Sure enough, it has the feel of revving a motorcycle, but considering how much any seasoned player uses that technique, having to apply extra force in order to get it to work got a little annoying very quickly. Fortunately, I turned it off in the options menu. And that's all I got. Stay tuned for more Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition coverage, including a look at the various visual modes available in the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5.
Recently I've been checking out videos on the whole DualSense thing. I completely forgot that they did implement some sort of DualSense new features into DMC5. Does Doppelganger regenerate health? I mean, it should. It does use the Devil Trigger, right? Maybe.
If it's not already...
Yeah, already answer is here. Sin Devil Trigger doesn't even recover the health. Or, wait. God damn it, full health. I would have to check the older videos, like...
Upon the loss of his demon form, Devil May Not You Cry, because Vergil still has access to it, though this time it's through his Sin Devil trigger. You can hold L1 to transfer Devil Trigger energy into his Sin Devil Trigger meter, and when it's full, holding down L1...
There you go. There you go. The moment the Sin DT energy drops, the health regeneration starts.
L1 will transform Vergil into his demon form, which gives him health regeneration, powers up all of his existing moves, and gives him access to some gnarly special attacks that...
Doppelganger, man. One thing that I wanted to check and... It doesn't. SDT regenerates health, DT does not. It recovers health. You can't heal with Doppelganger. Actually, it makes sense. I mean, Doppelganger is supposed to be like a phantom. It doesn't transform Vergil per se. That's for Dante's SDT that he can't heal, not Vergil. Kind of a weird way to manage health regeneration for both, because it's different for both. SDT for Vergil regenerates health, but for Dante it doesn't. Then again, I suppose they had to balance the gameplay somehow, so... Okay, this is just stupid. Like, I'm logged into my own channel and my own stream pops up. Okay, I think that's enough. Anything else that I should watch? Something that I should type in? Maybe there will be some more materials, but I think this is pretty much it. I think I've seen all there is to it. I've seen stuff from Mission 1. I think that was from IGN. Mission 11, Mission 2. Vergil SDT is very confusing. It's not really. I mean, it works in the same manner as Dante's standard Devil Trigger. But the thing is, it just uses SDT energy. It can be deactivated at any time. Kind of like it, but on the other hand, they differentiated Dante's and Vergil's gameplay. Game Informer if you want to see the customized menu. I wonder if I will be able to find it. New gameplay today. Did I see this already?
Welcome to another episode of New Gameplay today. I'm your host, Jeff Cork. Hello! And Alex Stadnik.
Hello, friends. Hello, sir.
What are we looking at here?
We are looking at Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition.
Oh, so they actually went for special missions. So secret missions are going to be a thing as well for Vergil. But the question is, are all secret missions going to be available for him? Because I remember back in DMC4, Vergil had few secret missions available, I think, but not every single one. For example, I think there was a mission for Nero back in Fortuna Castle, where he had to execute 5 busters in the air, and that was not available for Vergil. So maybe some missions will be cut off. I prefer Vergil's mod because of its visuals, but the SE version is cleaner though, but not that flashy. Maybe there might be a way to do something about the visuals, about the effects, to make them closer to the boss Vergil. Like, I assume that even simple recolor is gonna work, or something like that. I mean, effect recoloring is a thing, so... Needhawk. Oh, there is a divinity statue. Let's hope he gains a hover of the ability to fly at least. I don't like Game Informer commentator, not gonna lie. Well, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that then. Like, I'm kind of doing the commentary of my own. Finally, let's see the moves. Eliminate all. Speed, trick dodge, trick down. No trick up, however. Kind of too bad. Would serve as a double jump. There is trick down though. 17k orbs, 25. But considering Frost Hat is a thing, getting the orbs for this, for all of those, is not gonna be. Mirage Edge and Mirage Blade. So Mirage Edge are probably summon swords. Or are they?
This does have one of those. Okay, perfect. Sold. So, yeah, if you wanna
Block 25k. Defend against enemy attacks, preventing damage, decreases the concentration gauge. If the gauge is at level 2 or higher, you will parry with finesse. So block is... While your concentration gauge is level 1 or higher... So practically most of the time, right? I mean, level 1 is like... Concentration gauge at 0, right? Press R1 for a lock-on when attacked by an enemy. Sorry about the silence. Someone came into my room. Had to mute for a while. Everything's okay. I just needed to mute for a while. I'm just saying because they are not respectful for the dev sometime, and half person not know much about the game become commentator. Vergil fights like a beast with Beowulf. He always fought like a beast with Beowulf, ever since DMC3. Trick up is no lock neutral stick circle. So technically trick. Wait, trick dodge? How does trick dodge work? Teleport in any direction indicated with... So it's circle. So trick up is neutral stick circle without any direction then. Trick down. Press R1 back to forward. Teleport diagonally down and back if performed in midair, or backwards if... R1 back to forward. Fingers are gonna need some gymnastics for this. Big Beowulf. Kinda miss the old style. Mod Vergil was broken. Mod Vergil was broken and clunky at the same time. But something tells me that this DLC for Vergil is gonna make him even more broken. Yeah, like, he has a lot of stuff. Beowulf, Force Edge, Sin DT, Doppelganger, V-Attack. He's pretty much on steroids at this point. Defend against... Okay, I've had this. How does that... Trick down, but it goes backwards as well.
So here we're looking at Vergil's skill purchasing list. Variety of
And the block feels like it works in the same manner as Royal Guard.
variety of upgrades that you have. Sold. So yeah, if you wanna get up. So here we're looking at
I'm thinking, can you actually like parry and deflect some of the boss's attacks with this? That would be insane.
skill purchasing list.
But it feels only like block, not parry. Trigger Heart, Enemy Step, Classic, Yamato combo, Mirage combo. So Mirage Edge is actual Force Edge. Stinger, Helmbreaker.
His three melee weapons and then the Mirage Blades at the very bottom are what Vergil uses instead.
Mirage Blades are summoned swords. You can still buy upgrades on the current gen. Someone mentioned that you can use Doppelganger and SDT at the same time, or an upgrade. Considering that Doppelganger is tied to DT bar and Sin DT is tied to Sin DT, I don't think there should be any kind of limitations to activate both. DMC4 arm lock. I'm starting to love Vergil's gameplay in 5. I mean, DLC is gonna cost $5, so it will be worth it. It will be worth it. Blue orbs. The fact that this game doesn't have any items, like extra items. Kind of missing the vital stars, like simply out of nostalgia. Mirage Blade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this
Spiral Blades.
my go-to first purchase on things like this. Yeah, and then
Round Trip.
you can try out the different moves to see if you like them before you
I guess that's pretty much it. Okay, I'm gonna let this. I'm gonna let the Goliath play out, and I'm gonna check the comments in the meantime.
where you try that stuff out.
I hope someone mods Vergil's boss JC charge effect into DLC Vergil. I don't think this.
One thing you'll notice about this too, there are no like normally
I mean, it was possible to program Drive into Rebellion Sparta, but I don't know if this and
taken out.
adding that AOE effect to Judgment Cut effect. Why am I saying effect? The Judgment Cut end. I don't know if those two are gonna be like similar things. Why blade and not sword? Blade, sword. It pretty much comes down to the one thing. Remember, we all thought V would be using SDT gauge. There was a time actually for this?
So this is something that's gonna get patched, probably like.
Is it possible to make Vergil go normal DT as soon as he summons his doppelganger, like making a whole model for it and inactive it when clone disappears?
Tiny sliver of his arm is visible.
I don't think.
We've all done that, Alex.
Not exactly sure what you mean with this one. I miss old style punch move
So normally Vergil
that I'm happy they did not change much.
a little more precision focused. You see that
Lore-wise, both Dante and Vergil lost normal DT.
in the upper left is his concentration meter.
Some said that it was a Muso attack.
Like the more hits you land, the less you miss, the less damage you take, the more that fills up. And
Why do you guys keep getting caught up in this? You run from this, not attack. Here goes another one. Or is that the same gameplay? Is that the same gameplay that I watched from press start, I think? Damage, no, damage is the same, I think.
Or say something hurtful. I'm being very clear about this.
I really don't like his running animation with Beowulf. He looks like he's in a hurry to find a restroom to take a fat dump. There's a reason why I do not use the speed on some of the characters. The speed skill. The sprinting animation is weird in DMC5.
And you didn't die? You beat the boss, you didn't die even once.
If Vergil have hidden move after beating the game like flying dive move is kinda cool. Cheers for the stream. Thanks, I guess. I mean, I just wanted to see all the information that came up within the last 2 days. I think the whole thing blew up yesterday on 3rd. Don't worry, I'll be gentle. What's that? Bruh. Figurine of V. I like the summons in this.
At what
Rank S, other than that.
DMC5 has to offer.
Excellent. When is it out?
That's gonna interfere with combos. When he used Doppelganger instead of him still at the human form,
When is it? The Vergil stuff I should have specified before.
can modders make him go DT?
The Vergil DLC for current gen stuff comes out on December 15th. But you know, right around.
I think it would be possible. I think.
Sharing this and exposing your vulnerable side.
First the DLC would have to come out, then we can start talking about any modifications. For now, one thing that I'm wondering about, I already said that on Twitter, is whether or not it would be possible to put Vergil into co-op. That's the main thing that I'm wondering about, but considering that Vergil is gonna have a separated campaign from the main trio, Nero, Dante, and V, something tells me that he won't even appear in co-op. Which will be kind of a pain. They're going to break controllers. I think most of the effects are better in DLC, to be honest. I'm pretty sure someone is gonna come up with some recolor to make it look more like a boss Vergil. I kind of like the pure blue on the boss Vergil. For Judgment Cut and stuff. I don't know, folks, is there anything else that I missed? Should I check something else? Because if not, then I might as well end the stream here. Overall, I'm actually kind of happy because with this stream I reached like 90 viewers, 90 something. I think I reached the highest possible count today, which is insane. I'm just happy that this game is a final mainline series game, can finally set to rest with Vergil gameplay and let the modding begin. So hyped. Yeah, but we still have to wait until December. Then again, Christmas is gonna be very generous today. This year, I mean, today, what the hell. Probably not, that would make the boss really hard. Does boss Vergil get his new moveset? Nah, something tells me that boss Vergil is gonna remain the same. If you want to, like... Although, now that I think about it... No, do not put playable characters' movesets into a boss fight. This will never work. Until then, stay motivated. Why make a symbol for... But why make a symbol for addition? A symbol for him online though. TV Lord, I'm not exactly sure if the symbol itself is supposed to be for online. Like every character has a different emblem for them. You made me worry so much because I want Bloody Palace co-op between Dante and Vergil. You know, I'm worried about that myself, but I'm not saying that to discourage people. The reason why I'm saying this is because, how to put this? I wish that there was a co-op for Vergil as well, so that he can jump in with the rest of the characters. But I just know that the way his campaign is going to be handled will be probably the same as DMC4 SE. Which is, he will be separated from Nero, Dante, and with that in mind, there is a chance that... I'm not denying the possibility that he might be put into co-op. I mean, he's still playable character. But on the other hand, depends how the co-op is still handled for the Capcom servers. And there's a chance that even if there was a chance to put Vergil into co-op, there's still a question of how he's gonna be visible for the other people. There's still an internet connection. No cameo is a bad sign. Oh, Hitchhiker, hi there. You kind of have a bad timing because I was actually about to end. I think I watched every single new video that came out for Vergil. That doesn't mean that there can't be a sequel. It would just have to be Xbox exclusive. Also, my man Flare doing great A job of explaining this. Not exactly grade A because again, I'm not doing all the cheat tables, co-op hacks, all this kind of shit. I'm just working according to my own logic. So there may be some stuff that I may be wrong about, but I'm just describing it according to how I already checked up things on my own. Is a co-op mode confirmed? Co-op mode is not official within DMC5. There is a trainer for PC version that allows like legit co-op between Dante, Nero, and V. But that's about it. I doubt that it can be actually used for Vergil when he comes out. That was pretty on point. True, but it won't happen. PC and PlayStation would not. Vergil confirmed masochist.
Fun to see the action go even faster, but on the other hand,
Is this me or do Beowulf gauntlets, I mean the fists themselves, do they look more bulky than original? I mean, I don't mind the legs, but the fists, they feel thicker.
on one hand, it's fun to see.
Then again, it could be because of clothes. I'm not exactly sure. They feel bigger than before. And yeah, they absolutely do. What about Ladies' Night? Any news? No Ladies' Night. I don't think so. Lady and Trish in the first place were pretty much toned down to fan service in 5, so I doubt that they would actually make them as special edition characters. Something tells me that Vergil and special edition will be pretty much the last kind of content that DMC5 is gonna get. After that, the safest bet would be DMC6, but then again, question is when the DMC6 is or if it ever comes out. Possibly, but if that's how it is, they at least said they would be open to work something out. Alright, that's pretty much it. I think I watched everything. Might as well just close this off. I kept the music, for whatever reason. I didn't listen to it at all. So, I think I watched every single piece of new Vergil content possible. If I skipped something, I might as well just check it on Twitter or on my own. To anyone out there who watched my stream, I think I saw like 90 people already in my stream currently. So to anyone who jumped in, thanks a lot. If anyone is wondering what is this in the background currently, this is one of the wallpapers that I made of the redhead. If anyone is not known to this, this is Crimson Anger mod that I've made. You can find it on Nexus, on DMC Nexus. But yeah, making wallpapers like this sometimes is my hobby, besides of modding. It makes me come up with some new stuff for the mod as well on the way. And keeps kind of a creative flow. Again, to anyone jumping into the stream, thanks again for watching. Now, I was at first, my final conclusion after watching all the clips, at first I was pessimistic about Vergil. I was seriously scared that he would only stay with one weapons and that would be tied to lore. But thank goodness Capcom actually comes up with Beowulf, Force Edge, Doppelganger, V-Attack, which sometimes I might even use. Devil May Cry 6 Deadweight Awakening. Technically the Deadweight Nero already awoke at the end of 5, so at least we have Communist Lady from DMC Pinnacle of Combat. What's with the communist part in this? I think I've seen that already a few times. Chinese Dante can't hurt you. And then Chinese Dante comes up. Where was I? Yeah, Yamato, Beowulf, Force Edge. There is no goddamn way I will call it Mirage Edge or Mirage Blade. Mirage doesn't even add up for me. Like, I'm just gonna keep calling it Force Edge or Spectral Force Edge myself. We all have our preferences after all. I like it. I seriously like it. For $5, this is gonna be a fun DLC. Vergil is gonna be a fun playable character. I like the fact that they brought back the trick, like DMC3 style trick, so that player doesn't have to worry about using summon swords. After a while of thinking, I think that they reached a good compromise between Doppelganger and Sin Devil Trigger. Like, at first I was wondering how are they gonna manage that, but Doppelganger uses Devil Trigger, Sin DT has Sin DT energy. Concentration bar is still something that I'm 50-50 about. It does make the game more flashy, but when you play correctly, but I still think that it's an unnecessary mechanic. Produced by this incredible fruit. I shall have infinite trick dodge incoming. Yeah, there is also that thing about that trick dodge, like multiple trick dodges that were in the Cavalier trick. One of the first things that I'm gonna do is to try it out. HUD was a good thing. The UI, I mean. Motivated edge. Taunts, some of them seem funny. Although I still think Vergil is a dick for having Nero's arm all the time. I mean, look, I do understand that Nero doesn't need it already. But seriously, you might as well not play on Nero's nerves already. You don't have to give him any PTSD memories. I'm just still checking. Okay, I have to actually give this a show. Just one last time, because I actually found this, I only found this just now. Why was this not used as the cover art for the game? Why not this? Because it looks excellent. Again, props to Salvatore Tabi. He is making a lot of concept arts, like theoretical concept arts for Vergil, Devil Sword Vergil. This, then there's also the Years and Theme gauntlets. I will wait with anticipation to anyone who is experienced with model editing to actually make those gauntlets real. At least make something that resembles this. Because I like this design a lot better than Beowulf. Or the DMC5 that has Beowulf. I mean, 5's design. I've talked a lot, my throat hurts, might as well take some rest. Maybe I'll play some MGR, but I'm gonna do this off stream. I want to finish the game already. I think I'm at like last 2 missions. But that's gonna happen later. I think I've showed everything that I wanted to show. So with that in mind, thank you again for watching. I'm going to make that other art my Steam box art. You and me and plenty other people as well, I guess. Probably these pictures will go in the DMC5 SC gallery. Capcom doesn't take DMC seriously like back then. What we got now is their last shot. And Metal Gear Rising has some good soundtrack, yes. It's not exactly something that you would bump into while playing a hack and slash game, but over the time, the soundtrack for MGR actually grows on you, and whenever you're playing boss fights, at least I recently, when I played the game, I got the goosebumps while playing. I had some problems with Monsoon Fight recently, but I did like it because of the soundtrack. I think Monsoon has one of the better soundtracks. Okay, enough talk. No talking anymore. Again, to anyone out there who stayed, who jumped in, thank you again for watching. 90 streamers today, I think. 90, 95, something like that, which is probably the biggest count ever since I made my rant on the DMC5 SC. That was a long time ago. Now I'm actually a bit more optimistic towards the Vergil DLC itself. Not towards Special Edition, I still think Special Edition itself sucks balls. But that's for a different reason. Other than that, I like Vergil DLC. It's been a bash. Again, thanks to anyone who jumped in. Like, I was able to talk with few people. I don't think this stream wouldn't go as well without people asking some questions in the chat. You actually added some flow to the stream. So to that, thank you very much, and I'll see you some other time. When that's going to be, I'm not exactly sure. I'm thinking about moving to Twitch for actual streams because I don't want to trash my channel with streams. And I also think about going back to video editing again. I've got to make some video at some point. But I don't know. See you some other time. When that's going to be? Usually it's spontaneous. So if you see me somewhere, be it on Twitch or Twitter or YouTube, feel free to check from time to time. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Have a good day, night, or whatever. Cheers.